Hello and welcome back to Bloodfest, the podcast. We have got to get rid of the studio audience. It kills my rhythm. Quiet down.
Good audience tonight.
They're all on meth. They're all on meth. All right. They all just got out of seeing Pearl on meth. Oh, okay. Hello, and welcome back to Bloodfest, the podcast. I'm your host with the most, Nate, and right now I'm freezing cold and lightheaded because I mixed medicines you're not supposed to mix. Apparently, I could have a stroke at any time. So that's fun. So, Joey, how are you doing tonight?
Well, I'm definitely not about to have a stroke.
Yeah, you say that, but I see where your hand is.
Well, I am stroking.
Josh, how are you feeling? Any better?
I am feeling fantastic. I have never once in my life felt as giddy as I am right now.
Yeah, if you don't know...
No, I'm in the middle of COVID, and it's
Yeah,
fantastic.
Ebola.
Yeah, Ebola.
It is fun, isn't it? Yeah.
It is great.
Yeah.
I'm hot and cold at the same time,
Oh,
like
I
the
love
Katy
that.
Perry song.
I love that. Oh, that's wonderful, yeah. So what you got to do is take, like, some heavy opioids. They won't help with that, but you'll be happy.
And they won't help with that.
So, Casey, how are you doing? Any better with the Crimes of the Future disease where you're growing new organs?
Yeah, I think I'm finally getting over it. But now I found out I'm allergic to. Thank you.
All right. So
Okay.
you think you're getting over that? Did you get all the extra ears removed?
Yeah, I got all my extra limbs removed that I don't need, and found out that I'm evidently allergic to meat, red meat. So that's awesome.
Oh.
Especially since burgers is probably my number one food to eat.
Now, but there's a good chance that will pass eventually, right? That you'll...
Yeah, after 5 years, they say there's a 15% chance, and then if not, then it's with me for life. So
Okay.
that's
okay.
great.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm doing just fine.
You can still eat chicken.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing, eating chicken, which
Fish.
it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't like
wombat.
fish, so that kind of sucks.
What about seafood, like shrimp and crab?
Well, shrimp's okay. Yeah, I can eat shrimp.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big
yeah,
fan
so
of
I'm
the
doing-
ocean bugs.
Yeah, that's why I don't like eating them, is because they look like bugs.
Look, once climate change gets ramped up and we're in a complete and total hellscape, we'll all be eating bugs to survive. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
get ready for it
So-
now. You've seen Snowpiercer.
Actually, no, I have not seen that.
Oh, okay. Well, I just gave away something. Yeah.
Whoops.
Oops. Yeah. All right. So, as you can hear, some of us are not at the top of our health game right now. Second week in a row. So, we didn't do a ton of preparation other than Josh, because even though he's on his absolute deathbed over there fighting off the Grim Reaper with the COVID, he's out here watching all the A24 movies and taking notes. So, Josh, remind the guys at home, remind our listener, Frank, what your project was, what you were doing.
I saw a post randomly on Facebook about IGN had a list of their top 24 movies from A24, and I figured I'd just watch them from front to back, just for completion's sake, just to do it, just because I'm annoying that way, and I introduced it on the last show, and then ended up just being sick and loopy and not knowing who I was for 2 days, so I kind of hit the brakes on that for a bit, but I did get down to 15, so I've watched 9 of them so far. So.
Okay. So here in a little bit, we'll jump in and have you tell us a little bit about the ones you've watched. Before we do that, I want to do a quick little catch up with everyone. Is there anything anyone is excited coming out? Anything anyone's wanting to see? Joey?
I'm wanting to see that movie that's out in theaters now. Prequel to X.
Oh, okay. Pearl.
Pearl.
He named a real movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm wanting to see that.
Okay, yeah. I believe Casey's seen that already. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we saw
yeah.
that. My wife and I saw that Friday night. She didn't like it at all. I thought it was. It wasn't as good as X,
Yeah.
but there were some scenes in there that Mia Goth just she pulled off so well. There's a scene near the end that's just so creepy, and it goes on for like 10 minutes with just her face and her like telling a story. It's really good. There were some good kills in it.
That's what I'm hearing is that she carries that film. Even people who are saying it's not that good, but she's great. So
Yeah.
So, and I'm not surprised, honestly. She's a real up and coming star. I think I want to see a ton of her. Really.
Yeah, and then they've already leaked the teaser for Maxine.
Yeah.
And they show that after the credits. Nothing new. It's the same teaser we already saw, but definitely looking forward to check that out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's fun that he's making it a trilogy already. So that's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
So, what are you excited coming up or to see, or coming out?
There's really nothing. I'd like to see Barbarian, which just came out, but I probably won't go to see that. I'll probably just wait for that to come to Blu-ray or streaming. But I can't really think of anything else other than I know we mentioned before the Smile movie.
Yeah,
that looks
very
creepy.
that.
But yeah, that's about it.
Josh, what are you excited for?
Yeah, the Smile definitely. I've held off on trying to figure out anything about that yet. Like 2 seconds of a trailer, and I don't need any more. I want to get surprised. I want to see Bodies. Don't know a whole lot about that one. I think we've mentioned it a couple of times, but I just haven't got around to it yet.
Yeah,
and it's A24 as well.
That is A24. I saw one negative review of it that said the entire film is an advertisement for cleavage, and I wondered how is that a negative review?
Definitely not a negative.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe a Fisher Price magazine or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm actually, other than Barbarian, Smile, there's not a ton coming to theaters I'm excited for, except on October 29th, I'll be in the theater watching Dawn of the Dead in 3D, Romero's classic. Honestly, I think it, if not my favorite movie, it's one of my 5 favorite movies. I can't tell you how many times I've seen it. And I just picked up the Second Sight UK release 4K 7-disc limited edition box set with the novelization and the book and the soundtrack and everything, and it's awesome. And I got my wife to watch the Argento cut for the first time. She's not a huge zombie fan, and she's not a huge Dawn of the Dead fan, but she lives with me, so she's seen it 100 times. So it was fun to see her reaction to the Argento cut, because just early on she's like, wait, they're missing a scene there, or where's the cigarette joke? That's like the funniest part of the movie, and why'd they cut that out? And so, which honestly, it's a much faster paced movie the way Argento cut it. If you haven't seen it, but he removes 85 to 90% of the humor, and in doing so removes a lot of the social satire, and which makes it a much more grim movie. But also, he's cutting out all the humor, but then he leaves in the pie fight with people throwing pies at zombies. I'm like, if you're cutting the funny stuff, why do you leave the slapstick?
Right.
Yeah. But it's fun to watch. I think here in the next day or two, we'll be watching the extended cut next. So that'll be fun. It's been a little while since I've seen that one. So anyway, I think that's our catch up for what's coming. Hey, Josh, you want to jump in and start telling us about your progress on A24? What'd you start out with? What was the last one on the list? You're going bottom to top, right? So 24.
Yeah, like usual.
Yeah.
Jesus. We started off with First Reformed, and Jennifer sat with me on that one. It was number 24 for A24. Imagine that. But I really liked it. It was to me, it was like you had mentioned last week. It was it's about climate change, and basically that's it.
Yeah.
Spoiler, but it really does. It kind of paints a grim picture of what's to come, and whether you want to be a part of the planet or not.
Well, and Hawk's performance in that is absolutely amazing. I've never thought he was a bad actor by any means. He's often very good, but he is amazing in that film. What did you think of my thought that it is a horror film, but like with the bodies stripped out, right?
Yeah. It's definitely psychological horror at the very least. It takes you inside the man and turns it inside out.
Yeah. Love that
So
movie.
I mean, and if it was any other actor, he may not have been able to pull it off. I mean, just
Yeah, I agree.
for some reason, just that it would have taken somebody really, really good to top that.
So do we want to do spoilers for the ending of this one? Do we? I think it's several years old now. It's pretty well seen. Have you guys seen it?
Do it.
No,
Casey?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with not doing spoilers,
Okay,
just because
okay.
I mean it's worth watching.
It is, yes, 100%.
Yeah.
You should watch it. I will say it has an amazing ending. The
Climate change is not a spoiler, actually. It's
Yeah,
just
no, it's
they
not.
they address that in the very beginning.
yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about. The denouement before the final ending is outstanding, and then the last shot is kind of amazing. I very much. So watch it, you two. Watch it. So we can
Yeah,
talk
there's
about
probably
spoilers.
quite a few A24 films that I have not seen. I need to look at this list and see, but I bet there's quite a few I haven't.
I think I put it on
I'll
the.
check.
I think I added the link on the show notes for the last episode, but on the first version before we fixed it, so it's there.
Gotcha.
What was number 23, Josh?
Number 23 is It Comes at Night,
Oh yeah.
and that was a second watch for me. It was yeah. Sorry, hold on. I was
You're okay.
sending the picture to our chat there. That's the list there.
Yeah.
But so there's a lot of booze involved the first time I watched it, so I didn't remember much about it at all. And Jennifer had to tell me that I even saw it to begin with. So I watched it again, and I really enjoyed it. She still thinks it's not very good, but she didn't sit with me the second time, so I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, she should have
But-
watched it the second time because I think it plays better.
She sat out a lot of these, and she's going to continue to sit out a lot of these, and I'm fine with that.
That's fine.
Just
This
to get
is
my
one that I
pure,
think is-
unadulterated opinion on it.
This is one I think is better on a second viewing. I mean, I saw it theatrically, and I liked it quite a bit, and then I saw it when it was streaming. I can't remember which service, and I liked it even more on the second viewing. I think there's texture to it you might not get the first time through. So it's a mean.
And I may watch it again too, like you said, because it may put more things into perspective. Because everything was fresh for me. It just
Yeah.
I did not remember it at all.
See,
but
I've got
it
a
was-
lot of those movies that I've seen, but I have no idea what was in them because I was drinking back then.
Yeah, I forgot that Halloween had a 2018. Halloween Kills was coming out, and I was like, I need to watch this, and had no idea. And I'd seen it already.
So this one was a thumbs up.
Yeah, definitely up on the thumbs up. When I get done with this, I'll reorder them because I
Yeah.
don't think it's in the right order.
I
But
agree.
it's definitely would belong on the list. There's a few and I'll get into that some other day. But there's a few A24 films that aren't on here that should be. And if I was going to cut some of them from the list, I don't think It Comes at Night would be one of the ones cut. It definitely belongs on here, I think.
Have Joey Ketchum? Joey Casey. Yeah, seriously, I'm stroking out over here.
Yes,
Joey?
I've seen this.
Yeah. Were you a fan?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It had an unexpected ending. I didn't
Yeah.
see it coming.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
So what's next on your list, Josh?
22 was Swiss Army Man.
Oh yeah.
And I love
I
this
have
one
not
anyway.
seen it.
This is my second watch for me. Okay, you should because
Yeah.
it's on the surface it's a silly movie about a guy who finds a dead man that farts, and that's in the trailer. And it's it's really all anybody looks at whenever you see it. But there's stuff underneath. To me, I found it enjoyable. And the second time, definitely.
So when it came out, I was aware it existed, and I looked at the trailer and thought, man, I don't think that's for me. But now, the Daniels that made Everything Everywhere All at Once. So now, yeah, I need to go back and see it because I probably missed out on something.
It's damn. Okay, I didn't even pretend. I did not even factor that in. I forgot that Daniels did Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah, that fits.
Makes sense.
That tracks
Yeah.
exactly. It's almost the exact same kind of pulls you in with the dick joke and then leaves you crying. Yeah, that's exactly what this movie does.
Okay, so this one, Joey, is about a corpse that farts and a guy that hangs out with him. So this is definitely in your wheelhouse. We've got flatulence. Have you seen Swiss Army
And
Man?
his penis is a compass.
Oh, yeah. His penis is a compass.
No, I have not.
My penis is also a compass.
But I must see it now.
I think we should both watch it. Yeah, Casey.
I've watched about 20 minutes of it before I shut it off. I didn't. I thought it was stupid.
It takes more than 20 minutes to get into it. It does. It takes a sharp turn, but the first part is just farts and dicks.
Farts and dicks, baby. Farts and dicks. All right, who's next?
We got The Farewell,
Yeah,
which
seen.
was it's basically a foreign film. I mean, they're all talking in Chinese and Mandarin the whole time, but there's bits of English in there too. But it's Awkwafina is really the only actress that I knew.
Is this the one about the dying grandmother?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I was aware of this.
She's
and
dying.
I missed it.
She's dying, and she doesn't know, and they're not supposed to tell her. And the main character, Awkwafina, isn't even supposed to be there, but she hopped a plane anyway. And they have to go through this whole movie without telling her, and it's interesting. I mean, if you got to read the whole thing, and it's nothing any of us would usually watch. I don't think.
You know I don't mind subtitles, so yeah.
No, not at all.
actually
But
was-
it was also like
actually-
a family drama movie.
Yeah. I was impressed with Awkwafina in that Ocean's 11 reboot that was all women.
I haven't seen that yet, but I want
Yeah,
to.
she was,
It's
she
on my
was-
long list.
Yeah. We watched it. It's cute. It's not world changing or anything, but it's cute. But I was really impressed with her. She kind of came out of nowhere, and I thought, oh, okay, yeah, I get why she's in movies now.
That Crazy Rich Asians or whatever was really good too. It's not something I would usually watch, but she was hilarious in it.
See, I watch a lot of movies from Asia, but normally they have kung fu or gangsters or yakuza, which is a type of gangster, or people being bludgeoned with hammers, or
Scary ghosts. Or
scary
zombies
ghosts, or Ichi the Killer that opens with a massive amount of cum. I mean, I like cum as much as the next guy, but it's too much
Jesus.
cum. Jesus. They fill a bucket with cum at the beginning of that. Anyway, those are the Asian movies I tend to see. So
I have seen a trailer for The Farewell before, and I actually thought it looked pretty intriguing. Again, not something like Josh said that I would normally watch, but it looked interesting. It looked sad and funny at the same time.
Is it super depressing?
Yes and no. It goes back and
See,
forth.
The yes intrigued me. The no kind of sent me away. So I like movies where I want to kill myself at the end. It's a thing I like. So
Well, I don't know. If you've got a headache and you have to read the whole thing,
well, that's
maybe you'll
true.
kill yourself at the end.
That's true. Well, we can probably find a dubbed copy for Joey to watch.
There you go.
Would you watch it if we found it dubbed?
Maybe.
We'll put the subtitles for Deep Red on it and show it to him.
You've lost me.
It's almost the same movie.
What's next?
Jeez.
What's up next?
We got mid-90s.
Yes.
That's number 20. It was a pretty good film. It's basically just a kid kind of feels alone and finds a bunch of kids skateboarding and just enters their world. He's kind of a goody two-shoes kid with a bad home life and just turns his life around. It's got its moments, and it's if you enjoyed Kids from the 90s, it's like a watered-down version of that
Okay. Yeah.
without all the AIDS.
I like.
Yeah.
I genuinely like goofy kids skateboarding, or like. Did you ever see SLC Punk?
I haven't. I know it. I know about it, but
It's about kids in Salt Lake City getting into punk rock and how they try to navigate their way through this incredibly conservative town, being punkers, and that's good stuff. I like it. It's
I think I'd
touching,
enjoy
and
that.
and it's funny. Yeah, it's got Matthew Lillard, so
okay.
who I'm a big fan
He's
of.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yep.
love him in 13 Ghosts. Love him in Scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love him as Shaggy.
Yeah,
So-
mid '90s is pretty good. I've seen it too, and that one was, if I remember right, that's directed and written by Jonah Hill. That was his first film.
Yeah.
that he
Yeah.
written and directed.
Yeah, that kind of threw me off when I saw that. I was like, okay, we'll see what he has, and I don't know anything else he's done, but that was a really good job for me.
Yeah, I just know him as
Yeah,
an
I liked
actor,
it.
honestly, yeah. Okay, what's after mid-90s?
The Florida Project,
Love that movie.
and this might be my favorite so far that I've seen of these, because it's just and again, it's not one of those films that I would want to just sit down and watch. But Willem Dafoe had me. I'll watch
Yeah.
anything he's in once. And just the kid that played the main actress was just
Brooklyn.
awesome. Just really,
Yeah.
really
So
good.
those kids are not actors. They are actual kids that live there where they were filming, and they basically got kids off the street to play the roles. No acting
really?
training
Okay.
or anything. So they are mostly just being themselves, and it is wonderful. I think my favorite part is begging for candy because the doctor says they need candy.
Yeah, they have asthma. And they have
Yeah,
to
have
get
asthma
it.
and they have to get candy. Yeah. Yeah. So Joey, have you seen the Florida Project?
No, I have not.
So it's fascinating because it takes place right outside Disney World, right in Florida. So Disney World is this big monolith of happy families, upper class happy families, and wonderful stuff. And they're right there in the shadow of it are the people who live there, and they live in poverty, and they're people on the edge of society, barely keeping their head up, often not keeping their head up. And it's about this family that lives in this shitty motel. And William Dafoe is the manager of the motel. It's very touching. I think it's very smart. Love the kids. Casey?
He's not in it an awful lot, but he's in it
no.
just enough to pull it together.
Yeah.
I love William Dafoe too, but no, I haven't seen this one. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's really good. So it's I'm blanking on the name, but the writer-director a couple of years earlier made a movie called Tangerine that was shot on an iPhone. It might be like the first feature-length movie shot on an iPhone because that's all they could afford to do. And it's about a trans prostitute who's gone missing on the streets, and her friends are trying to find her. And it's kind of their journey through the not pretty nightlife searching for their missing friend. And it's really good.
Cool.
So what was after Florida?
Well, after that, I attempted to watch The Tragedy of Macbeth, and I got super prejudiced about it, and not in a racist way. I can't do it anymore. I can't stomach Shakespeare. I can't watch it. I can't listen to it. I'll let somebody else do it.
All right. Though Burnham would become to Dunsinane, and thou opposed being of no woman born, I will try the last. Lay on, Macduff, and damned be him that first cries, hold! Enough! I love Macbeth.
Yeah, enough is that.
I
Yeah,
love
there's a
Macbeth.
scene where Francis McDormand comes up and says, "No, you, not he has," and I said, "I'm fucking done. Not fucking doing it."
But it's beautiful. The language is beautiful. And Shakespeare was such a filthy fucker. Like, everything he wrote was dirty. It's just we don't realize it because it's flowery 1600s language, so we don't realize it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've read a lot of abridged things and watched movies based on his works, and everybody knows the story of Macbeth, and it's a great story. But this is black and white, and they're reading it word for word, and I don't care.
Oh, see, yeah, it's on my list. I haven't gotten to see it yet, but I have probably seen a dozen versions of Macbeth, and I don't think I've.
Oh, you'll probably love it, and I'd love for you to tell me what you thought of it. That would be great. But
but it's on
I'm not doing it.
Apple.
Yeah.
Right? It's on Apple, so that's a pain in my ass. Well, what was after Macbeth? Well, hold on. Hey, Joey.
No, you don't even have to ask.
What did you think of Macbeth?
Nobody has watched this movie.
No, all right. What was after
No,
Macbeth?
you had me intrigued with Tangerine being shot on an iPhone. That's
Oh, are you looking at Tangerine?
yeah. So I just pulled it up.
Yeah.
This was actually shot on an iPhone 5S.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, they got
Hell, I had one of those.
they got 3 iPhone 5Ss to shoot on.
Yeah.
So I was just curious. So I pulled up a trailer and I'm watching the trailer, and it
Yeah.
actually doesn't look too bad.
No, it's actually good. Yeah, it's actually a good film. I enjoyed
Yeah,
it. I don't know if it's going to be like your cup of tea. But
Probably not.
But you might appreciate the technical aspects.
But I mean, I just never knew that a movie was shot with an iPhone 5S. That's,
As a cameraman, maybe you'll appreciate it just because of that.
yeah.
I mean, it's.
I don't
pretty
even know if they had like
cool
gimbals
looking.
or anything at the time.
No, it definitely doesn't look like
Yeah.
they're using gimbals
Yeah,
for it.
I think they're just walking around holding a phone. I mean,
Some of these shots, it looks like they could be using a gimbal, but
Yeah.
you can tell a lot of it's handheld.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is that was 2015, so not really off. It wasn't all that long ago.
Yeah.
But we're already up to the iPhone 14.
Yeah.
From 5 to 14 from
Yeah,
2015.
but
That's crazy.
Isn't the 14 just the 13 with $1,000 added to the price and like that?
Yeah, kind of. And I fell for it.
Yeah.
I actually got one Friday.
Well, they improved the camera too. I've heard that the camera with the iPhone 14 is just
much better,
incredible.
Yeah. So what was after Macbeth?
Well, after that was about a day and a half of COVID-related bullshit.
Yeah.
And then finally I jumped back into movies, and I did Saint Maud, finally.
Oh.
Been wanting to watch that one for a while, even
Yeah.
before any of this. Without, trying not to spoil anything, even though I think we've all seen except for Joey.
Yeah, but honestly, this is one...
Wait,
so
how do you know I haven't seen
the couple people
Have you
out
seen
there
Saint Maud?
listening-
No, I haven't.
Yeah. The couple
All right.
people out there listening, honestly, may not have seen it, and I do not want to spoil this because this is one they should see.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
So before you watched it, I said that I think this film is interesting in conversation with Martyrs, which I think I had said before when we discussed Martyrs.
Yeah,
Do
you mentioned that.
Do you think I'm way off base there?
I don't think so. I think a lot of the it's not the same ending. In case
No.
anybody remembers the podcast from Martyrs, it's not the same story at all. But the same kind of path.
Yeah.
Kind of. I kind of get what you're saying there. without
I think
diving
they're
too much into it.
philosophically intertwined. Honestly,
I would agree.
love that.
One
movie.
less forceful.
Yeah. Oh my God!
What is that?
I heard it 3 times. For the people playing along at home, Joey's head just exploded like in Scanners. Oh. So what number are we on? Oh my God. Quiet down. Quiet. How many times are you going to make me do that gag? You realize it probably, when we play this back, they probably can't hear the fake applause. Probably just us can hear it. So we're gonna sound
So
like
Nate's
idiots.
just telling a bunch of quiet people to calm down.
Shut the fuck up, will ya?
I'll do some clapping and add it in there.
So
Well, he said he was having a stroke, so.
What number are we on? Yeah, you guys could have played it off like there was no sound at all.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, man. My audio is fine. Saint Maud was 17.
17.
So then
okay.
number 16 was Spring Breakers.
Before you jump into 16, I've
Just
got,
did it, sorry. Go ahead.
I've got the producer over here in my ear on my special thing telling me that it's time to take a break to hear a word from our sponsor. This week's sponsor
there we go.
is Metamucil. If you find it difficult to take a dump, you should have some Metamucil. It'll make the mail move. Metamucil, now available in pussy flavor.
Hey folks, we're the Drunks versus the world.
The naysayers say that our feel and vibe is not conducive to a business partnership.
Cunts and runts.
And so I ask, what the fuck is?
Have I seen you before?
Maybe in a previous life.
Did you steal my Jello?
No.
We left it at the old folks' home.
At the old folks during that gangbang?
During the gangbang.
Oh yeah, the gangbang. Yeah.
Yeah. Never be the pivot man at a fucking old folks home gangbang.
We played pool. We lost, I think, and then she stole some person's coat from the bar.
Oh, wow.
And then I decided to go with her to Walmart of all places, and she starts fucking taking clothes and stealing them and putting them in her purse and ripping off the fucking tags.
Is that where your life went wrong? You started hanging with
I
a
think
bad
maybe
element?
Probably before that.
No. I suppose she'd still bitch at her boyfriend. The robot gets all the fun parts of the relationship.
Oh, but fuck that, dude.
Go to our website, drunksversustheworld.com. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can listen to us on Spotify, Anchor, Amazon, iTunes, and Good Pods, and wherever else you listen to podcasts.
Dude, that was kind of sick. We should actually start the
That
fucking
was
podcast.
pretty awesome. Fuck yeah, let's do that.
That was fucking totally unprompted. We just wing that shit, right? We got to do it.
Absolutely.
We got to do it. Let's start this shit. And say hi to your moms for me.
And we're back. I hope you all enjoyed the break. Took a minute to get up, get yourself another drink, have a bite to eat. Think about who you'll eat when the electricity goes off. So anyway, we're back, and Josh was telling us about A24 films. Josh, what number were you on next?
We are on number 16, and we're going into Spring Breakers. This was a second watch for me. The first time I didn't really get it. I didn't really care. And the second time I just got angry about it. I was kind of pissed off that I was watching it, and I just wanted it to be over.
So I've not seen it. I don't think I've even heard of it. Which one was this? Wait a minute, is this the Harmony Korine one?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. This is from like 2012. So I would believe it'd be one of the first A24 films. I'm not sure when they started, though.
I find him to be nothing but tedious. I cannot stand any of his films. He's boring. He thinks he's shocking, and he's not. He's boring. And so Kids was mildly shocking, although to be fair, he didn't make it. He just wrote it. I hated the ending of Kids because I'm 100% sure that film's point of view is that you are supposed to feel bad for Casper because there's a good chance he has AIDS, and we just watched him rape Chloe Sevigny. So honestly, I hope he gets AIDS, and I hope it's painful and he dies slowly. So after that, I was not going to be a fan of Harmony Korine, but I have tried some of his movies. I think Gummo is the biggest waste of fucking time piece of shit movie I've ever seen. It's boring.
That spaghetti tub scene is so terrible in that movie. Oh my god!
It's
so
an
disgusting.
attempt. It's an attempt to shock that falls flat. It's shock without reason. It's like in a different way, but it's very much like a Serbian film. It's like, ooh, look at how over the edge we can be, and it's not actually about anything that I care about. Right? So Joey,
both Gummo and the other one, Serbian film, are films that they've keep mentioning and I keep kind of wanting to see, but I don't care enough.
I would say do not waste your time. Do not waste your time. So you were angry at it.
I liked it.
You liked it?
I actually really like Spring Breakers. I own the Blu-ray.
Fun, I guess.
It's I really like Ashley Benson, is why I kind of wanted to watch it. So she's in it quite a bit. The James Franco, his character. I don't know if you guys know the rapper Riff Raff.
No.
But if you don't, well, Nate, since you haven't seen it, you probably won't get it. But I don't know that he based his character off of that guy, but that Riff Raff guy is almost identical to James Franco's character in this movie. It's hilarious. But there's the scene at the end, the whole drawn out ending scene with it's to some Britney Spears song. I love that ending. I thought it was just beautiful. But I really liked it.
So I'm going to tell you. So that's 1 for, 1 against. So normally I'd be like, oh, but it's Harmony Korine and I hate him, so I'm still never going to watch it.
I'm surprised it's actually that high up there. I mean, I still would think it's probably would be, near the end of the list, but I thought it was good.
So how many more
I would say that the ending is a lot better than the rest of the movie for me. I mean, it just starts off so, tits and ass and maybe a little bit of crime, and then it just got stupid when they introduced James Franco to me. But then at the end, it does kind of pull it together.
Is he a vampire?
It doesn't give
cool?
No.
Oh.
You don't want to know.
Okay. Okay. Well, what's next? How many more do you have?
Tonight I finished off with Room.
Oh, okay.
And then we can do the rest of the count later. But Room is just great. It's like you keep saying, and you should say, it's a heck of a watch. It's a hard watch. It's just, it starts off in the room, but it doesn't end there, and it just takes you down a rabbit hole. And I just, just the people that are affected by all of it. It spreads.
Yeah, it's a lovely film, and it's odd because when it came out, it got a lot of acclaim, but it seems like it's disappeared from people's consciousness in the last few years. I don't hear it brought up. I'm happy to see it on this list because I don't hear it brought up in those conversations of the best films from A24 or the best films of the last decade or what have you. So I'm happy to see someone still with me that this was an amazing film. So for anyone who
I'm
doesn't
actually surprised we got such an amazing film out of Tommy Wiseau, because he's not really known for good filmmaking.
Oh my God!
No. But I have seen The Room, but I have not seen The Room we're talking about.
It's very good. It is a hard watch. This is not giving anything away. It is about a woman and her child who are being held captive, and they live in a single room, and the guy who's holding them captive is sexually assaulting her. That's why he's keeping her, and it's about living there and the attempt to leave. And it's not
bleak.
Yeah, it's not an easy watch. It really is not. It is in its own way uplifting, though.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah. So Joey, what did you think of Room?
I thought it was incredible. It was definitely a hard watch.
Okay, and you've seen it?
No.
Yeah. So how many does that leave you with on the list?
Counting is hard. 14.
14 more? You gonna get through 14 this week?
Jesus. Maybe, I don't know, because the first day I went from First Reformed all the way to mid-90s.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I watched 5 movies in 10 hours. And then the vid hit, and it's been like 6 days since then. So I don't know. I can do 4 or 5 in a day, or Midsummer one day.
Yeah.
Midsommar, sorry.
Yeah, Midsommar. You gotta watch Midsommar at least like once a month. It's the only way you'll feel clean. Yeah. Okay, so I'm honestly excited to hear what's up next on the list. So I looked at the list. I was excited about the list, and if you asked me what's on it now, I couldn't for the life of me tell you, which is good because it makes it more fun for me to hear you say it. So I think that's good. So what else do you have that you want to talk about this week, Josh?
Hell, I honestly don't know. COVID. COVID is great. There may or may not have been a murder in my building, and we can talk about that.
Yeah. So have you still not heard from like the people who manage the building?
No. The reason that they came over to check it out in the first place is because we sent in a maintenance ticket, and they closed that and said the leak's fine. So we don't have a leak anymore.
Wait. So hold on. So last time I talked to you, so for anybody who, nobody knows. So Josh had water dripping through the ceiling of his bathroom.
I don't know if that was water.
Well, hold on, and little chunks of ceiling coming out, and then a substance that maybe it's blood. And there were how many cops and ambulances and like detectives?
There were 3 cop cars, the CSI. 2 fire trucks, the fire marshal, and a detective with a flashy badge came walking through from a very fancy car.
Oh, yeah.
And so the whole apartment must have been filled with people, because there's at least 2 people in each car. So it was an event. It was like a 4-hour, 5-hour event. So it was not a fucking clogged drain. I'll tell you that much.
No.
Yeah, you don't get police detectives and the crime scene investigators.
During all this, Josh had blood dripping from a ceiling onto towels.
So I believe Josh told me that he ordered some luminol and one of those special lights and a badge.
Yeah, I got the flashlight right here.
Okay.
And the luminol should be here either tomorrow or Tuesday, and because I don't trust anybody or anything.
What about your badge? Has it come yet?
Sure as fuck has.
I love
I'm
that.
going to wear it, and I'm going to take pictures. I'm going to drop my shit.
How does the luminol work? Is it like a spray, or I don't...
Yeah, you mix it together, and then it has so much time to work until it, like, stops working.
Huh.
So then you just spray it on stuff, and it's supposed to, like, show up in blue lights or ultraviolet lights. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, man, that was
Nice.
heavy metal, too. Hand me the gap.
I tried to get a cooler looking one, but this was $6, and I didn't have a whole lot. There you go.
All right, you motherfuckers, I'm jacked now. So I'm gonna hope that this is a pellet gun.
I mean, it looks like it.
Pop the magazine. It's not pointed
What are
at
we
me.
doing?
It's an actual gun. That's a pellet gun. Airsoft. I mean, it's got good weight. It's got good weight. You see my trigger discipline, by the way. I know what I'm doing. Okay, here you go. There you go.
This is getting weird.
Yeah, this is getting a little weird.
You can't blame me. I have brain damage. Brain damage.
Oh, well.
So, speaking of guns, so I finally got around to seeing Frontiers. That's the word frontier, and then the S is in parentheses for some reason. I'm not sure why. It is a French film, part of the new French extremity. So we talked about Martyrs, and I know most of us have seen Raw, and most of us have seen High Tension, I believe. Yes? Yes?
High Tension, not Raw.
Not Raw, okay.
I haven't seen High Tension, but I've seen Raw.
Okay. Joey, have you seen any of those?
So we need to flip that.
No.
All right. So anyway, the new French extremity movement in France, and honestly, I was not really prepared for what Frontiers was. So just to give you a quick rundown, so it takes place in France, obviously, in Paris, and in the background of the movie is politics. So we are hearing on the radio that plays that a far-right extremist candidate is very close to winning the presidency of France, and this has caused riots all over the city. So some young people who are Muslim French people, Arab Muslims, who live in basically a slum on the outskirts of Paris, decide to take this moment to take their shot at getting the fuck out and making a better life. So they pull a heist, which we don't actually see and is not important. It's just important that they got some money and they're trying to get the fuck out of town. And they have to split up pretty early on. One of them gets shot by a cop. Two of them take him to drop him at a hospital. And the other two are supposed to go, they're trying to go to Holland. They're supposed to get just across the border into Holland and find a motel, something that's, run down, sleazy, nobody's going to come look at, something that's off the grid. And so the first two guys find a place like that, and the people who live there are strange, to say the least. They tell them, the two women working at the bar tell them that sure they can get a room, and the room is free. But some things might be required of them, and those things are getting their brains banged out by these two chicks for some reason. And they start to suspect, first of all, they get mad at the girls. There's like a weird family dinner. The food is weird. When they ask what it is, they're told, well, it's cooked in pork fat. And the one guy's like, I can't eat that. I'm Muslim. And they're all looking at him askew because of that. But they didn't say what it was, just cooked in pork fat. So that's creepy. They start feeling like something's really wrong, and something is really wrong. And the people in the house try to kill these two, and they make a break for it, but they crash their car, and it goes into an old mine shaft, right? Then the other two, the young woman and her ex-boyfriend, show up at the place looking for their friends and are told, oh, yeah, no, your friends went to the hostel up the road. We'll take you there. And the hostel up the road isn't a hostel. It's a big building by the decommissioned mine where the rest of this family's living. And this won't be a spoiler because you figure it out very quickly that this inbred family are, A, Nazis. The granddad came there after the war to find a place to settle, and also cannibals. And they're looking for new blood. They want to go ahead and kill the men and eat them. But even though she's not pure blood, they're at the end of their rope. So they're going to keep the girl and marry her off to one of the sons so they can get new blood. And that's not half of the movie, quite honestly, at that point. It is incredibly brutal. You having seen some other French extremity films, you can kind of guess how brutal it is. It is, I would call the satire pretty fucking vicious. It is very clearly drawing a line between the far-right political parties in France and Nazi cannibals. Honestly, there's no way to say which is better than the other. It's a fast-paced movie. I mean, it starts in medias res, where we're in the middle of, right after the heist, basically in the middle of a riot, and them trying to get the fuck out of town, being chased by the cops. There's no time to catch your breath and figure out who anybody is. You're gonna do proper introductions as you go, which I honestly kind of like. It starts at a breakneck speed, and it just really does not slow down. It's a great film. You guys should see it. It's called Frontiers. 100% watch Frontiers if you get the chance. Really, it might be on Shudder. I'm not 100% sure of that.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I think I will look into it.
I do love cannibalism movies.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah. So
I watched while I was kind of out of it with my infection, I watched quite a few things, and I started off watching some cannibal movies.
okay, what you watch?
So I watched Slave of the Cannibal God.
I want to see that one.
It doesn't have very good ratings, but I don't know why. I thought it was awesome.
Is it 70s? Is it Italian?
I think it was.
Okay, I'm in.
Yeah, both of these that I watched. The other one was Devil Hunter. Now I don't remember the details of either one, but I just remember because I was kind of out of it. But I do remember enjoying both of them, and in fact, I'm gonna pick up the Devil Hunter Blu-ray from Severin during the Black Friday sale, I think, and then Emmanuel and the Last Cannibals.
Is that any good?
No, I didn't think it was. I actually watched maybe 3/4 of it, and I ended up turning it off. I wasn't invested.
I've seen a few Emmanuel movies, and honestly, I've never been super impressed. If you're gonna do porn, do porn. I mean, it's not. They're not. They don't have incredible stories. They don't have incredible acting, so you're not really there for that. And they're not super dirty. At least the ones I've seen, they're not super dirty. Late night Cinemax in the '90s.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. And then besides those, I watched Natural Enemies.
That's on my list.
It was good. The ending I thought was pretty shit. It just kind of ended abruptly and not like you would think it was going to. And I don't think I'd watch it again, but it was okay.
I have the Blu-ray. I haven't cracked it open yet. So.
And then Blood and Lace. I love that one. It's basically about a girl who's an orphan, and this with his foster parents, or it's really just a foster woman, I guess. I don't think there was a dad that I remember. There is like a groundskeeper, and he's kind of creepy. But I'm not going to spoil it. But it's pretty crazy what these people are doing with the kids. And then another one that worth mentioning is what was it? Well, I went and saw Pearl. I already talked about that. And then, gosh, what was that other one? Oh yeah, Speak No Evil.
Yeah. So I watched that on your say-so first thing this morning. I woke up to a message saying watch this, and I'm like, oh fuck it, I guess let me get some coffee and I'll watch it. And I have to say thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah, it's a mean little movie.
It's very mean. It's very rare that the ending of a film is as dark as this was, and left me angry. Like I was very, very annoyed and angry at the whole last 10-15 minutes. But it was a really good movie.
So I don't. This one is new, so there's no chance I want to spoil it for anyone. But there's a thing that made me angry at the end, but I don't want to mention it until the world has had time to see it, and then we can maybe bring it up again.
But you spoil the shit out of Halloween Ends.
The fuck out of Halloween.
That's not even out yet.
Yeah, exactly. You know why? For clout. I'm about the clout, baby. You know what I did? You know what I did yesterday on Twitter? I pissed off Jorts the cat. Jorts is angry at me. He said, "How dare you?" in response to my tweet. "How dare you?" he said. So I made like the coolest cat on Twitter angry. And you know why? For fucking clout. That's why. I said, "Cope and seethe, Jorts. Cope and seethe." No cap.
I don't get it.
100 for real, for real.
Okay. This is getting weird again.
Bring the gun back.
I have brain damage, and I'm in the middle of having a stroke or something, so I don't know, man. I don't know. So, the other things I watched, Speak No Evil, which was absolutely amazing. I'm not pleased with that title. I think a lot of people are going to miss it because of that title. That title feels more like it would be like a haunted house type thing or something. It doesn't feel like what it is.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I wasn't expecting what I got, but that's fine.
And that's fine because I knew nothing about it other than you said watch it. So I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. And I do kind of like the genre of vacation horror movies, where people go on a trip somewhere nice and then bad shit happens. I do like that. That's a fun genre, like Cannibal Holocaust.
Yeah, I love that one. That's my all-time favorite cannibal movie.
Oh god, that movie is so fucked up, but I love it. You can get a version where they have removed the real animal killing that was in it, so they've edited nothing else out. Just the
Blu-ray I have from Grindhouse releasing has an option to view it without the animal deaths in it.
Yeah.
I mean, that was hard to watch, honestly.
Yes, it's very difficult,
I'm not a big turtle lover or anything, but I don't want to see him kill one,
So I'm a big turtle lover. Okay, so I stopped traffic on the highway one day to get out of my car and help a probably 30-pound snapping turtle out of the road. At danger to myself, because they'll take your fucking finger off or something, because I just couldn't bear to see the guy get hit by a car or something. And that's even the type of turtle I don't like, because they'll bite you. I like box turtles. Sea turtles. I like those little sea turtles. They hatch out and make a run for the water. Love that shit. Watch that all day. Watch that all day. I want to drive up to the Kansas City Zoo. I was planning to do that. I was planning to do that this summer, and everything went sideways. Never got to. And then it turns out they've canceled all the stuff I like. So they've got these animal encounters where you can go and actually touch a rhinoceros. I mean, they let you touch a rhino. I want to go touch a rhino, but that stuff's all shut down right now. So can't do it. Can't do it. Also, you can go feed the lorikeets, and apparently they tend to get on your head and just stand on you. So that's cool.
What's a lorikeet? Is that a bird?
It's a little bird. It's a little bird, like a parakeet, but a fancier, it's a fancier parakeet. But yeah, apparently they like to stand on your head. I love the name because I know it sounds like parakeet, but it also sounds like a Dr. Seuss character to me. The lorikeets out here keeping the jungle safe. Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think. Did I actually get to see anything else good this week? Oh my god! So after I saw Frontiers, it's dark. You gotta sit with it. It's hard. It's a tough watch. It's thoughtful. So after that was done, it's I need to watch something that asks nothing of me, right? That I can just watch stuff explode. So I turned on Moonfall. I don't think I've ever seen a big budget movie this bad. It's the most ridiculous plot. Not what I thought it was. It was way dumber. I thought it was just the moon fell out of its orbit and is going to smash into Earth. No. That's not dumb in comparison to their plot. Their plot is somehow, even though we don't know, the moon is actually a megastructure and it's been infested by a sentient AI that wants to destroy us for some reason never explained. It's got... The acting is terrible. The people in small roles are doing a job, right? They're there. They need to work again. They're doing a job. But all the big names in it, they're barely showing up. So Patrick Wilson is the star, and I think everyone will agree he's not fucking Laurence Olivier, right? He's not Denzel Washington, right? He's not one of your top actors, but he's normally fine. Yeah, no, he was cashing a check and running out the door. He was wandering in. So the moon's going to blow up. And then running away. I mean, honestly, it was the worst acting I've ever seen from someone that can act. So it was amazing. I hated every fucking second of it. I miss the days when I drank heavily, because honestly, that could have fixed it.
You might have liked it.
Yeah, it could have fixed it for me. Because I like that stupid disaster shit. The Day After Tomorrow, awesome movie. I love that fucking movie.
That is
it's
a really
so sincere. Yeah, it's so sincere. It's stupid, but it's sincere, and the action scenes are great, and everybody's doing a good job. Yeah, the wolves look terrible, but still.
Yeah.
I think I've got a big stack of things I need to watch. Just got my copy of Real Genius, my 4K of Real Genius. Pretty excited about that.
I did watch it, and that's I've seen it before, and it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
I did watch Men too, and I didn't. Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned that last time or not, but I think no, because I think I just watched that last week, but I didn't get it.
So
the effects were amazing, but I didn't quite understand what it was about.
Okay, so Josh, have you seen it yet? Did you see Men?
Haven't seen Men yet.
Damn it. Okay, because I have a theory. No, I can do this without spoiling anything. My theory, my theory is that misogyny breeds misogyny, and that's the point. So if a man is a misogynist, he will turn his son into a misogynist, who will turn his son into a misogynist. That's my theory. I sat with this movie for a day after I watched it, and that's the best I can do. So either and I like Alex Garland a lot, and I enjoyed the movie all the way through. But either he's on a level here that I can't quite nail down, and he's just outthinking me. Or maybe it just clicked with him how shitty men can be, and he's like, oh shit, I wonder if people know this. I better make a movie. So I don't know which.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it seemed like to me. It was just a movie about shitty men, and then, the main woman getting over, grieving for her husband.
Yeah, her husband's death. Well, and I love Rory Kinnear playing like almost every man in the film. That was interesting to me.
Yeah, that was. And it took me a little bit to pick up on that, actually, because they did such a good job.
It's a little like you've seen the, I'm not going to say remake, the reimagining of Suspiria.
I haven't. No, I actually have not watched that. I want to. I've heard it's actually pretty good.
There's someone in that in multiple roles, and if you don't know that those roles are the ones, you might not catch it, honestly. Because it's a really good job. It's good makeup, good acting. So, yeah. You've seen it, haven't you, Josh?
What, the new Suspiria?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Did you like it?
I need to watch it again. I didn't, but I think I was trying to watch it as a remake as opposed to its own movie. And then when you told me it was, it kind of made sense.
Yeah, because it's not. I mean, it's like Luca Guadagnino. I think I'm getting his name wrong. It's like he looked at Suspiria and went, huh, okay, witches, ballet school. Oh, I can come up with something. I mean, honestly.
Well, that's not what I went in for, so I'll try it again.
Oh, I didn't realize Mia Goth is in that. So I'll be watching that soon.
Yeah. I'm very impressed with her.
Wow. Yeah, it looks good.
Oh wait, I do know something that's coming up that I'm excited about. Argento has a new movie coming out. It's a giallo called Dark Glasses. I'm not sure what the release date is, but
I've heard the name, but I haven't heard any. I don't know what it's about or anything.
I know.
About
so I know, like
sunglasses or something.
The tagline is it's about a woman who was blinded during a brutal attack, and that's like the outset of. So I don't know after that. I'm going to assume more people die. There will be knives, and someone will wear black gloves.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. You can almost always bet on that.
Yeah, I do like a good Argento giallo. Although sometimes I wish he'd just do a slapstick comedy.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Dario Argento's teen sex comedy.
I'd watch it.
I would. Joey, what's your favorite Dario Argento film?
Oh, I love them all.
Yeah, but if you had to pick just one.
The one you just mentioned.
That one's not out yet.
Oh, it's going to be the best one.
Yeah, I don't know about that. The reviews of people who have screened it already aren't looking too good.
Yeah, I was among those who screened it.
What is he, like 85?
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care. I'm going to see it. It's Argento, and he's back to giallo after all this time. So
yeah, there's a review on here that says it's a 2 out of 10. Yeah. And it says, Argento, you must withdraw. You're ridiculous.
No. Well, wasn't he always a little ridiculous?
Yeah, the worst acting in the world. Yeah, it sounds great, man. I can't wait to see it.
Check that out. Yeah. Yeah. Look, I can live with bad acting if it's good bad acting.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely watch it. I don't go by reviews. Like I said, that one of those, actually both of those cannibal films I watched, I think they were rated like a 2 and a 3, and I thought they were both way better than that. I mean, I would have given them a 7.
Some of my favorite movies, The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, was savaged by the critics when it came out. They all hated it. You know, it took 20 or 30 years before people went, oh no, wait, that's actually fucking groundbreaking. So you know, I can't let it sway me too much.
Yep.
Plus, if you're looking at like IMDb, you never know. People rate shit they've never seen.
Oh yeah, you see that all the time. You see people who are, as you know, background characters on the film who rated a 10 out of 10 just to get the ratings bumped up. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I can't really blame you if you were in it. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I want people to see me in a movie. That's what we should do. We should make a movie.
We could easily do that.
It'd be terrible. We can't even figure out the audio on a podcast.
I think we're... Listen. Okay, and you know what we're going to do? So we have, like, outtakes today. because we did such a pre-show, so many records with tests. We're actually gonna after the end music, after the episode's over, we're gonna put the outtakes on there just to thank people for sticking around this time. Just here's how stupid we are before we're doing what we're doing. That's gonna go up on the internet
Because we weren't gonna get canceled before.
Oh, I don't think
Those outtakes are awful.
Okay,
I was there for some of those. We belong in prison.
Louis C.K. masturbated in front of people who didn't want him to, and he took like a year vacation from performing, and now he's back performing. I mean, if that's what canceled is, give me a little of it. He's probably.
Well, we have to get famous first.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you can get famous for being canceled.
I don't know. I see a lot of right wingers who seem to think you can.
Good point.
What the fuck's Candace Owen famous for?
I don't even know who that is.
She's a right wing shill. She's just on Twitter.
I'm not into the politics stuff, so I just kind of ignore all that stuff.
Yeah, we get
Good.
too much in the
It's
politics.
better off
we
that
may
way.
lose Frank.
Yeah, we could lose Frank. Well, he's not an American. He doesn't want to hear about our shit. If we're not talking about the situation in Bulgaria, I mean, what the fuck's he care? All right, kids. So we're completely off the rails, which seems to be what we do. I was just telling Joey earlier pre-show that I've been listening to. I listen to a lot of podcasts, mostly movie podcasts, but I've been listening to more and more to kind of see how I think we stack up against some others. And I found one I really liked, but they fucking go off the rails all the time, worse than we do. In the middle of talking about a movie, I can't remember what movie. They were talking about Men, actually. I think they were talking about Men. In the middle of that led into a story about a woman who attempted to put a shot glass in her vagina, but somehow put it up her urethra and got it lost in there, and that's bad. And then she didn't go to a doctor for like a year, and it was horrible. And then one of the hosts talking about, well, he said, okay, but I understand, because I was on a phone call with an 8th grader. Oh, no, wait, that sounds bad. I was in 8th grade at the time on a phone call with a friend, and he talked about how he accidentally swallowed $1.75 in quarters. I mean, come on, we're not that far off the rails.
No.
Like in a stack? Or like one by one?
No, he was stacking them up, and he's talking to somebody on the phone, and he said he didn't know why. He's a kid. He's dumb. He put them in his mouth for some reason, and just as he did that, the person on the other end of the phone said something that shocked him or surprised him, and he went, huh, and swallowed them. Yeah. And then had to wait for $1.75 to pass. But when they came out, they were nickels.
Shut the fuck up.
There, I'm just going to repeat jokes from other podcasts. That should do us pretty good.
I do remember when we were younger, Joey swallowed
A nail.
A nail, yeah.
Oh my
Why
God.
would you swallow a nail? That's pointy.
I don't know. Apparently, I was just hungry.
And you
Low
did it
iron.
on purpose. I remember you doing it on purpose, but I don't remember what. Like, I don't know what the hell you were thinking. And
I don't know. Good thing is it didn't hurt coming out.
Yeah, it was weird. Weirdest thing. They just waited for it to pass, and it came out fine and didn't hurt him somehow.
That's the shittiest nail gun ever.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh. So earlier today, he fucked up by mixing the wrong medications in the wrong way. And then it's super hot and dehydrated, and the wife's like, let's go get tropical snow, right? So we went to the tropical snow, and I asked for the large because I never remember the large is like a gallon of ice and sugar, right? So I got it, and I was really hot, and I was really thirsty. So, I mean, I just plowed through it in no time. And then I I don't think I feel too well. Maybe I'll lie down. So I laid back and went, nope, and got up and puked a gallon of red liquid. So it was just like that scene in Blood for Dracula when he sucks the blood from the girl who's not a virgin, a weirgin, and just like projectile vomits blood for 3 minutes. So that was awesome. That was awesome.
Sounds awesome.
And my wife's like, you're cleaning that up. I'm dying here. You don't know if this is blood. You don't know.
Yeah, I don't have any funny stories.
Well, my stories aren't funny. They're just disgusting.
I mean, it's
Tragic
kinda
and
funny.
sad.
Yeah, tragic. Let me tell you about how the time my Uncle Cletus died. No, I don't have an Uncle Cletus. He's dead.
I was waiting patiently for the rest of your story.
Raccoon. Raccoon got him with a straight razor.
All right. Well, I think that about wraps it up.
Yeah. Let's leave it on a really funny note with the straight razor wielding raccoon. I really hope that the people listening can actually hear this effect, and you're not just putting it in our ears, because I'm going to sound psychotic reacting to applause they can't hear. So, all right. I've been Nate, and I've been joined by Casey, Josh, and Joey. Josh next week is going to tell us about more A24 films and let us know what he found with his luminol in his bathroom. Is there a dead body moldering upstairs? We can't wait to find out. We don't know what we're doing next week because we are mostly just dying of illnesses and overdosing on things we shouldn't have done. So we will figure the rest of that out. So we hope you enjoy this. Like I said, if you want to hear like us sounding really stupid after the end music, we're gonna throw up a few minutes of some outtakes. We're just gonna call them outtakes. That's mostly just from our first go at tonight's episode. So hope you enjoy that. If you like the show, give us a like and a follow and a 5-star review on whichever podcast app you like. Follow us on the Twitter and the Facebook. You can check out our website, www.bloodfestpodcast.com. That's W with 2 more W's, bloodfestpodcast.com. I actually have an email address set up so that if anyone would like to send us a question, complaint, death threat, nudes, whatever, but I don't know what it is, so I will have that for you next week, and I will have it on the website sometime this week. So, but we do have a place that you can reach us if you want to suggest we talk about a film.
Just not right now.
Yeah, just not right now. Not right now. All right, everybody, have a great night. We love you, and we'll talk to you next time.
Could you imagine how amazing this podcast would be if Nate just had a stroke as we were talking?
Oh, my God. Oh, we'd get 1,000 listeners.
That would go viral.
We'd have to put the video on YouTube, though.
And instead of getting him help, we just keep talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we auto-tune it. Help!
No, because it's more like, help, help, help. Oh, God, you guys, I go, help, and you guys go, I need somebody. Help. Not just
anybody. No, I really need somebody. And we're like, help!